Welcome to Grace and Grits podcast with Reverend P, where real perspectives meet insight and purpose. Get comfortable and stay tuned. Here's Reverend P.
Hello, people of God. This is Reverend Paapa, and we are back again with another episode of Grace and Grits, a very honest conversation about life and aiming to encourage young people in their journey of life. We aim to share things that we wish we knew when we were in our 20s and when we were in our formative years. It's not like I'm old anyway, but yes, we just want to encourage, we want to share, we want to figure out where life is taking us, and that is the purpose of this conversation. Is Grace and Grit. If the previous episodes have been a blessing to you, please let somebody know that there are some wonderful gems that are hidden in these episodes. Thank you to all those who have been listening and watching and sending your encouraging messages. We really appreciate it. Very soon I'll have an episode of just Q&As. A bunch of questions have been coming in on WhatsApp, and we'll be answering them as the weeks come along. God bless you. Today I want to talk on the subject burnt out your 20s. Burnt out your 20s. How did we get here? How did we get here? There is an epidemic that is going on. Every time I talk to young people, when I call to check up on them and I'm asking how they are doing, there is one prevailing answer that I hear among young people, especially in their 20s. Rev P, I'm tired. Rev P, I'm burnt out. Rev P, I'm stressed. And I find it so amusing. I don't know why. I guess it's because in that age, I don't remember being burnt out, to be very honest. There was a time in our lives where the concept of being burnt out was for people in their 40s, people who were going through midlife crisis. But now there are 25-year-olds, 24-year-olds who are so stressed. There's so much pressure. They are burnt out, as if they are thinking about their retirement in their 20s. Hey, if you are one of them, this episode is for you. Why are you burnt out in your 20s? How did we come to this point? How did we come to this point? First of all, I want to try and explain what burnout is. And burnout is different from tiredness. All right, burnout is an exhaustion, an emotional and mental exhaustion that you go through or you feel. Burnout is, like I said, is different from tiredness. Tiredness can be healed, for want of a better word, through rest. You sleep and wake up, and you are healed from tiredness. But burnout is not healed through tiredness. You need something extra. All right. Burnout is when you feel loss of joy. You feel unmotivated about just life in general, about a particular assignment, about a job. You don't feel like getting up in the morning to go and perform that assignment that you have been doing. It feels like you are crashing down, and you are just unmotivated. There's just a lack of energy about you, and there's nothing that drives you anymore. That spark and that drive is missing. They say you are burnt out, or you're experiencing burnout. All right, when you feel also disconnected from meaning and purpose and your mandate or your regular routine, you feel disconnected from it. There's no drive, there's no spark, there's no motivation, and it's really difficult to be in a position like this. I don't want to downplay this at all, to say that you cannot feel this as a 20-year-old or in your mid-20s. You can. But the problem is, why are you feeling that way? Why are you feeling that way? And that is what I want us to talk about today. So today I want us to talk about what the causes of burnout are and what you can do to fix it or overcome it. All right. So what can you do to fix burnout? First of all, you have to figure out if you feel burnout based on the definition and the explanation I've just given. Being unmotivated, feeling disconnected, loss of joy, loss of energy, loss of drive, loss of spark. You are just disinterested in things in general. All right. Here is where I believe burnout comes from for people specifically in their 20s. All right. So number one, carrying adult responsibilities. There are many people who are in their 20s today who are feeling a certain pressure because of the responsibilities that have been placed on them by society, by the external world, by family. There are some people who are either the firstborn of their family or the lastborn of their family, but there's pressure on them in equal measure. For those who are the lastborns, the standard that have been set by the older siblings in the family are always reminded to them. They are always told to them, hey, your sister did this, hey, your brother did this, make sure you have to do this, make sure you have to do that. There are people also who are the firstborns of their families, and there is a certain pressure to produce. A certain part of your youthfulness has been taken away from you because you are required to bring home and to bring income and to support this is what we call the adult responsibilities, and it brings about burnout. So you find yourself chasing and working not because you enjoy the thing, but because of the responsibilities that ought to be met. And if you don't take care, this can drive you into burnout, where you are working and you are in a constant chase of something because of the responsibilities that are on you. I don't know about America, but I know in the UK there's a terminology called black tax, where African immigrants who move to the UK at a certain age of their lives, they have to start working. Usually by the time you turn 15, you have to start working. And when you get to a certain age, you have to take up some kind of responsibility at home. So either paying for cable or paying for groceries or paying for some of the bills. And it's expected of you, right? And the more you grow, the more you are expected to bring back home and to add on. And it has stirred up conversations because people are beginning to realize that there's a cycle that is going on where people, instead of breaking away from generational lack and poverty, they find themselves sucked back into that system, because whenever you are making progress or there's a promotion at work or you get married or you're advancing, you have to give back and you have to sow back into the house. All right, so there's a pressure that comes from carrying certain responsibilities and can lead you into burnout. The second thing that causes burnout, and this is very, very serious, is comparison through social media. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody has been a victim of this before. I have been a victim of this before. I don't know about you, but you're on Instagram, you are scrolling on Instagram and you see your former schoolmates, your former classmates. They bought a new car, they moved into a new house, they are getting married, they've traveled, they are showing something, they are showing off something. And the natural instinct is to compare. True or false? Very true, right? You are comparing. Have I achieved this? Hey, have I done that? Oh, she's going to do a master's abroad. Hey, he's already doing PhD. Hey, child, what have I been doing in my life? There's the natural tendency to compare because of the things that we are seeing. There were some years ago, I'll say that social media really peaked when I was in my 20s, and at the time everybody was on the same level, right? We were all trying to figure out life, so the pressure was not as bad. I always feel very sad for young people today because it's so prevalent and there are so many social media options. There's Instagram, there's TikTok, there's Snapchat, there's all of these things, and WhatsApp status, and people just keep posting, and people fly to Dubai and they go on a holiday and they are posting. You are asking yourself, now me when? You are giving your boyfriend pressure and you are asking yourself, is he the right one for me? Charlie, you are going to burn out before your time. Before you turn 30 years, you will be done with life because you have put so much pressure on your head because you are comparing. There's a saying that comparison is a thief of joy. Constantly comparing yourself to other people just creates an illusion that you are late, you are not working hard enough, there's something wrong with you, you are missing out on something. It's such a dangerous position to be in. It reminds me of a story that happened in John chapter 21, where Jesus Christ, after his resurrection, appeared to the disciples, and he is reminding Peter of his assignment and his mandate. He said, Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, serve my people. If you love me, take care of my church. And instead of Peter to listen to his leader, his shepherd, his pastor, as an assignment and a reminder of the mandate and the calling, immediately what does he do? He's comparing to somebody else. He said, but Jesus, how about John? Jesus said, focus on yourself. And this is the message I have for you today, from Jesus, not from Reverend Paapa. Focus on yourself. Don't put yourself in a position where you are competing with somebody who doesn't even know they are competing with you. Oh my God. That's the worst part. I've been there before. You go on Instagram and you see somebody they are doing some amazing things, and you are comparing, and in your mind you have opened up some unholy competition. Because the person is doing, you have to match up, and the person doesn't even know you're in competition with the person. All right. Jesus says to Peter, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. This journey is a one-man journey. Everybody's journey is different. Your journey is different from mine, and mine is different from yours. Everybody has their own calling. Everybody has their own path. Don't allow social media to get you into the cycle of comparing yourself to other people and looking down on the good things that are happening in your life. That kind of pressure is what causes you to burn out. That kind of pressure is what causes you to look at your business that you are growing and to feel as though you are late and you are failing. It's the kind of pressure that causes you to look at your boyfriend who is also trying to put himself together. You have a plan to get married in the next 2 years, and you start comparing. Hey, have you seen the phone that she's using? Have you seen how her boyfriend traveled with her to Dubai? Charlie, you go and spoil your relationship for nothing. If you are sitting by somebody, tell them, don't compare. Please, type in the comment section, stop comparing. All right, this is really, really important. I don't think I can overstate this enough. Don't allow comparison to lead you into burnout.
Grace and Grit podcast with Rev P is powered by Waft Technologies in partnership with eMoment Production.
Welcome back from the short break. Before we went to break, we were talking about the causes or sources of burnout among young people. We said number one, carrying adult responsibilities, carrying responsibilities that are beyond you, carrying expectations that should not be yours. Number two, comparison through social media. The third one is creating financial pressure. I don't know what it is. Again, I guess this stems out of social media, but there is a certain desire among young people to be rich now. Today. They must be millionaires today. Again, let me give you my perspective when I was growing up. I mean, we knew about wealth. We knew about rich people. We always used to hear about Bill Gates, but we didn't have access to know the daily life of Bill Gates, right? Now you go on TikTok, somebody says, we are producing a millionaire every week. There's one new millionaire who has discovered bloggers, and bloggers are just following the person and showing us their lifestyle, their cars, and we see all of these things, and there is a certain feeling of failure that is coming over us, where we now start desiring financial improvements or financial advancements immediately. Now, I'm not talking about the working class. If you are in your 30s and you are striving for wealth and an increase in income, by all means. If you're in your 40s, for sure. But I'm talking to the people in their 20s who put undue pressure on themselves to make money. The question is, for what? There's a guy in my church. His mother came to report him to me. He's been misbehaving at home. He's been leaving home for many hours. Comes home at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. She's a single mother, so she's very worried. And every time she asks, "Where are you going? What are you doing?" His answer is, "Charlie, we have to make money. We are making money. We have to make money." And this guy is in first year of university. I don't even know how old he is. 20, 21 years. I'm not even sure, or probably even in his teens. And I asked him. I said, "What are you using the money for? Everything you need has been taken care for you. Your tuition, your fees, your feeding, your accommodation, everything has been made available for you. Why are you putting all this undue pressure on yourself? Creating unnecessary financial pressure. I have to make money, I have to be rich. It has to happen now." Ladies and gentlemen, life is a marathon. It's a long stretch, and I'll be coming to that very shortly. We are here for a marathon. It's not a sprint. The Jeff Bezos of this world, the Mark Zuckerbergs of this world, the Bill Gates of this world, the Elon Musks of this world, they didn't become rich overnight. They had to go through a process, a pattern, a certain rhythm of life before they got to where they are. Don't put pressure on yourself to produce now. It is so unhealthy. It's very, very unhealthy to do that to yourself in your early 20s. It's very unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. When I was in my 20s, I thought I'd be a millionaire by now. I'm not a millionaire yet, but I'm very happy. I'm very content. I'm very, very content. I wish I were a millionaire, but I'm okay. I'm not putting undue pressure on myself to produce something that God has not ordained for it to happen in this season. It will come. It will come. Your job is just to keep pushing and keep pressing and keep working. Let me share a scripture with you that I came across recently. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23. The Bible says, "All labor produces profit." Other verses say, "All work produces profit." And here's the revelation. There is work that you are doing in your 20s that you will not see the reward in your 20s. There are seeds that you are sowing. There is labor you are going through. It will take another 10 years, another 15 years for you to begin to see the signs of the reward or the manifestation of the reward for the work that you perform. But the scripture is true. All work, all labor produces profit. So the work you are putting in today may not produce the profit today, but the profit will come. The reward will come. The blessing will come. The money will come. Just keep working. Stop feeling as though you are late. Stop feeling as though you are finished. Stop feeling as though you have failed. All of that is what causes pressure, and burnout. I hope I'm talking to somebody listening to me today. Wherever you are, don't put undue pressure on yourself for things that are not due you in this season of your life. I hope that point is clear. So creating financial pressure can lead to burnout, can lead to early burnout. Another thing I want to talk about, which I just touched on, confusing sprint and marathon. Confusing sprints and marathon. Ladies and gentlemen, life is in stages. Life is in phases. There are different phases and stages of life. There are certain parts and aspects of your life where you have to sprint. You remember when you were going to write BEC? For those of you who are outside Ghana, you don't know what BEC is. It's an examination we write to enter into senior high school. And at that stage of your life, it's like, I don't even know how I can describe it. It's the most important thing of your life in that season. You go to school, and then there's a countdown on the board. How many of you remember? 100 days to BEC, 79 days to BEC. It was somebody's responsibility to always go and wipe and change the countdown. In that season, we were sprinting towards something. preparing for a very major examination in our lives that was going to determine the type of school we'll enter for senior high school. But we cannot apply the same principle throughout our lives. There are other aspects of our lives that will only produce through a marathon. It's a marathon. It's a long journey. It's a long journey. For example, marriage. Marriage is not measured in the first year or the first 2 years or the first 5 years. Marriage is a long journey. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. You cannot be married after 2 years and say, oh, I've worked, I've labored, my marriage is strong. As for me, we don't fight, we don't have problems. Hey, Charlie, take it for somebody who has been married 12 years this year. The storms can come, the winds can blow. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. A business that you are starting is a marathon. It's not a sprint. When things don't go well for you today, don't give up. Don't start feeling like a failure. You are not a failure. Stop feeling burnt out because you have gone through hurdles. Hurdles are just what they are. They are obstacles that you have to go past. They are not the end of the story. Life is not over. It's just a comma. It's not a full stop. You keep pushing, keep pressing on. So don't confuse the stages of your life where you have to go through sprints versus the stages of your life where you have to understand that you are in for a marathon. When you get to the stage of your life where you know you are in a marathon, you know that it doesn't matter who has gone ahead of me. It doesn't matter who is leading the race. It's all about pacing yourself. Pacing yourself. Pacing yourself. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. I don't know if you have ever watched a 5,000 or 10,000 meter race in the Olympics. It is not always that the one who starts early and takes the lead in the beginning of the race is the one who wins. It's not always. You are going around the track about 12 times, 15 times, 20 times. Sometimes you realize that the one who started and was leading the pack for more than half of the race, and the final lap, they fall into fifth position, sixth position, and they are not even on the podium. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't put pressure on yourself. I hope these have been very, very good lessons that you are learning so far. Now, what can I do? What can you do when you find yourself in burnout? First of all, I want to say this. In my personal experience, I suspect and I conjecture that burnout is found in a place of misalignment. Burnout is found in a place of misalignment. In my personal experience, I realize that I feel burnt out when I'm not enthusiastic about the thing that I'm doing. I easily get burnt out. I'll give you a typical example. My weekend typically starts from a Thursday. There are times where I'll minister as a guest preacher during the week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday. So Thursday, my weekend starts. Friday, I have service. Saturday, there's a social ceremony to attend, either a wedding, an outdooring, a funeral, or one thing or the other. There's an assignment to do on a Saturday, or I'm speaking at another program on a Saturday. Then I have Sunday morning service. Whether I'm preaching or I'm not preaching, I have to be in church. I have to run the show. Then I have a class that I teach after Sunday morning service. And then more often than not, there's another event that happens on Sunday evening. Whether it's somebody's celebration or another service I have to minister at, or whatever it is. So essentially, my weekend is from Thursday all the way to Sunday night. And it's back to back. I only sleep properly on Monday. But by the time Sunday is finishing, even though I'm physically tired, I am so fulfilled in my spirit for the work I've done. I'm so excited about what I've done. Because I enjoy the work. I genuinely enjoy what I do. Those around me will tell you, my EA will tell you, I'll complain. I have so much to do. There's this program, I have to speak at this program. I'll complain because of the physical tiredness I feel, but I genuinely enjoy it. I enjoy going to preach. I enjoy it. There's a gathering of people and I have to speak to them, or I have a coaching session to do. I'm meeting somebody to encourage them. I'm doing counseling. I'm doing trainings. I'm so excited when I do that. And I realize that even though I'm physically tired, I'm not burnt out. Because when another weekend is coming, I'm excited to do it all over again. All over again. All over again. You need to start setting boundaries in your life and start saying no to certain things. Stop saying yes to things that you feel unmotivated about. All right. Now, I'm not saying and I'm not encouraging you to just up and quit everything that you're doing. You should lock yourself in the room and say, Reverend Paapa said I should quit. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying pace yourself. Pace yourself. Stop accepting things when you know that you are tired and you are burnt out. Stop accepting certain invitations. Stop accepting certain assignments. All right. There are certain things that I don't accept anymore. There are certain assignments that I don't do anymore because I'm not motivated to do them. Number one. Number two, they don't add to my scheme of things and my big plan, right? And I know that spreading myself thin to do all of these things will leave me burnt out. I will not have the energy I need for the important things that I do. So I know I've learned how to turn down certain assignments. I've learned how to say no to certain things, and this is something that you have to learn in your 20s. All right. Learn how to say no to certain things. Learn how to set boundaries. Okay, I'm too occupied. I have too much on my plate, so I cannot take any more. If I'm going to take up something more, I need to take out something so that I can accommodate that thing. All right, and this is so important because very soon you start having families. Right, you'll be getting married. You start having kids, and you cannot continue the same things that you have been doing all the time with these other new parts of your life. So you need to learn that now before life gets crazy. All right. And that brings me to the last thing. Ask for help. Ask for support. There is nothing wrong with seeking help. There's nothing wrong with asking for support. If you find yourself in a place where you are struggling, where you cannot do it by yourself, it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of a person. Seek help. Ask people around you. Ask people. It's so crucial. It's so crucial. There's no rule that says that the reward for doing it alone is greater than doing it with a team or doing it with a partner. It's not true. It's not true. The most important thing is getting it done and getting the reward for getting the assignment done. So if you are going through burnout, identify it quickly. If you are going through struggle, you are in need of help, you're in need of hope, you're in need of encouragement, find a support system around you that can speak into you, encourage you, stand with you, be there for you, come and help you when you need it. It's very, very, very important. It's very important. If you are part of a church, join a group. For those of you who have deleted all your friendships from high school, from university, please go and rekindle them. You need help. You need support. One day you need to call somebody to put in a good word for you. Somebody who will be able to fast track a certain process for you. Otherwise, you are going to go through the painful step-by-step process, and it's leading to burnout. Amen. I hope that this has been very, very beneficial. We've been talking about burnout in your 20s. How did we get here? Don't allow certain processes of your life to make you feel unmotivated and undesirable towards the assignments. And we spoke about some of the things that lead you into burnout. We said the carrying adult responsibilities, comparing yourself through social media pressure, creating financial pressure, and confusing sprints and marathons. I trust that this has been beneficial. As usual, I'm available to answer any questions you may have. The information is on the bottom of the screen. The WhatsApp number is there. The social media handles are there. You can find me at REVPAAPA, at REVPAAPA. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use, I'm there. And the WhatsApp number is also there. Text me, let me know how you're doing. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to respond. Thank you so much for joining Grace and Grit. It's always a blessing, always a pleasure. I'll see you again on the next episode. My name is Reverend Paapa. God bless you. I love you.
Grace and Grit podcast with Rev P is powered by Waft Technologies in partnership with unmet production.